Hey there folks, Kozzi here, drafting for pick 1 pack 1, or picking for draft 1, whatever. We're playing with a fun little Combrei midrange deck. It's on the front foot of midrange, but I don't think it's got quite a low enough curve to be called aggro, as you'll see over here. I think if we had a couple more 2s and a couple less 3s, then we'd be interested, but as is, yeah, I think it's pretty solidly in the mid-range category. A couple of bombs here, Valkyrie Enforcer to help us out, Hammer of Might, they're really the two cards that I'm hoping to see. Ceremonial Mask will help if we've managed to slog down a board state, but I don't think it's much to write home about. It's more the one that we're hoping on, the little deck that could. I'm a little bit cynical of this one. That being said, I didn't see any achingly open colours go through. I don't think I really missed a trick in the draft. It could just be that we just had some thin packs. It was really interesting in pack 3, seeing all of a sudden these Justice cards rock up out of nowhere when I felt like I'd been seeing none. And I think that's just, the packs just didn't happen to have Justice cards. And unfortunately, if we would have had one of those cards in each of the 3 packs beforehand, I would have been a lot happier, but as is, we only got to pick the best of them. So yeah, we'll see how this runs. We can't keep a 1 power hand with this deck, so we'll be redrawing, but fortunately we're on the play, which does help us out a bit. We'll see if we can turn this into a 5-5. There's no point in being too aggressive with it, rather. And we do have a decent 2-drop, and they have a Levitate in hand, which is worth knowing with my Valkyrie Aspirant. So, I could attack in here. If I attack in, cast my Treasury Guard. I've got this silence effect, so it doesn't have to worry me too much. Perhaps I just hold back and represent a double block, and next turn I can silence it and try and catch it out. We're not in a massive rush, and him having endurance means that he can attack pretty freely. Oh, I'm an idiot. I even said that he's got Levitate. That's okay. We got the Desert Marshal to deal with this. Thinking too far ahead. Do I want to be representing a block that will kill it? No, not massively. I think we'll just get our aggro on. And whilst it would be nice to save that Amber Monument, we're not in a position where we can. So, here I think I'd rather deal with the Recurring Nightmare. In fact, I think I'd much rather deal with the Recurring Nightmare. That's the kind of card that if it's left unchecked can totally win your opponent the game. A little bit power screwed, which is unfortunate, but we have an okay clock. We were still running, what, 18? 18 power, so yeah, this is not a 19 power deck, that's for sure. Does he have the Beastmaster's equipment? No, just cycling to see what they can get in. This does represent a problem because it's got Deadly. It means that I could use the Predator's Instinct to take it out, but then I just lose a lot. I think we just accept the fact that we've reached an impasse and we sit back and wait until we draw a power to get something a bit more useful out. Snowball's a shame, they'll get free value on the Desert Marshal. That's not a fast spell, so I can't attack him with it right now. But I could just use it to cycle. Yeah, I need to get to my power, so I definitely want to use it this turn. I'm not interested in Predating through here because I'll just lose my value. And that still doesn't help us, so we'll just keep staring at each other. Once we get to the ceremonial mask, I'm going to be in a lot better spot. That plague makes my spot a lot worse. I think we just have to take it though. I think I want to get rid of this blind storyteller ASAP. Even though it'd be nice to drop a Towering Terrors on, I think I can wait for a turn. We can even chump block if I'm feeling worried about my life total. This O2 is going to be doing nothing for me for the rest of the game, so you might as well save me 4 life. And now if I can stick this Terrors on, then we're in with a decent shot. I'm okay with that because it just means I take some damage. Am I happy taking 6? I think I am. I think I can afford to take 6. Can I? I want to keep chipping in for extra damage here. Yeah. We'll take it this turn. Next turn we can hit down here. I think, do we want to keep this back to block? If I wanted to, I could attack and put them on notice while still holding up chump blockers. Sounds pretty sweet. Oh, I should have attacked with a 1-2 as well. That was a mistake. Any colors that I need? No. And so this does give me the opportunity to represent lethal with my flyer. The things that will get around it are things like Execute. Is that the one that destroys target monocolored creature? Yep, that's very valid. If you don't play a creature, I actually think I'm in this. So if I play the Ceremonial Mask and I kill the 4/4, I can get +4/+4 here. He's going to be gaining 3 life, going to 8 from the Xenon Destroyer. But if I kill the 4/4 and I attack with both, this is a 4/5 and a 6/5. So he'll be obligated to block at least 1. If I kill the 3/3, I'll still have 1 armor left. I can attack with a 4/5, which will put him down to 1 and hold back profitable blocks, but I think we'd rather get rid of the... No, actually, I want to stop him from gaining life. Okay, so now we have the biggest creature on the table and a piece of equipment. Oh, okay. That was unfortunate. If I would have killed that then instead, he would have had the 3-3. He could have attacked wider than me and I was still dead. Sure. We got under the pump there a bit too early. And that plague, geez, that plague blew us out. I don't love this hand. I don't like the idea of only being able to do something on turn 4. The 6-drop is something that we're unlikely to live long enough if they're on the play, so I think we throw it back and just hope for something reasonable, because I think that's the kind of hand that we'll die on anyway. This hand is a little bit more nerve-wracking because I don't want to be drawing more power, but I have to in order to cast half the spells in my hand. I particularly don't want to be drawing any more power now, but at least we have a 2-drop. How greedy do I want to get? If I want, I can play the Hero of the People, then wait a turn and play the Minotaur Grunt. Given that they've done nothing, I think I can actually go for a bit of glory here and see if I can start to beef this up. Too much power. So yeah, I wouldn't have been able to block in here anyway if I played the 1-3. And now we're in a little bit of trouble that also coincides with a guy mowing the lawn next door. Yeah, we're just not getting the power that we need. That affords me the opportunity to double block. I think I just need to wait one more turn and hope that my next turn's draw is a time sigil. Alright, that stops that plan. Do I want to chump block here? No, because I can get an attack in, and if I do have to draw the time sigil, the Lumen Defender should stop him. Ah, if they didn't have that weapon, we would have been able to give it deadly, it would have become a 3-3, would have gained life, next turn we'll gain endurance, it would have been a lot of different things. On the bright side, we're still in this thanks to the Lumen Defender. We got the opportunity now to slow down the Bright Mace Pally. And I'm very happy to trade here. I can't think of what you've got. Maybe you're just going, alright, we'll get off the board. And what we'll do is we'll play the Guardian holding up the Desert Marshal, so if they do equip it with something, we can at least silence it so they don't keep gaining life against us. I'm not interested in blocking with the Guardian because it will be turning into an 8-8 in 2 turns' time. Am I interested in double blocking though? It didn't look like they... I can afford to take this 3. Yeah, they've got a trick of some description because there's a long stop there. So double blocking isn't the best idea by the looks of it. And I think it's the Sergeant. I'd rather just stop them getting bigger. Am I happy to attack in here, be double blocked, or just get a Warcry? I'm happy to get a Warcry, and I'm happy to trade for the 2-1. Yep, I'm fine with that. Especially whilst they're powered down and I don't have to fear the combat trick. That's good news for me. So whilst we're flooded, it will soon be helpful with this End Guardian. In some respects, this is basically a 7-cost equipment that gives my solo creature +5/+5. I'm pretty okay with that stuff. You've gained quite enough life, mate. If you have a torch, I'm almost certain you'll use it there. And whilst you're at 44, at least we've stabilized some. The only time that that's wrong is if they have a vanquish, and if they have a vanquish, I'm not winning this game. So, I just need to play into it. You got insane combat trick of some description. You got plenty of life. No way. Do I take the opportunity to kill you now? Yeah. You can't play around someone having a pair of finest hours. It's just a 2-4. I can't afford to lose my whole board and have you up 3 cards. It would have been better for me to have lost my whole board and have you up 3 cards, but so be it. You had what you needed. Do I get a creature? No. Welcome to the team, Power. I'm glad you can hang out with your friends. So we now have 9 power out of 28, so we're looking at about a 1 out of 3 chance of drawing more power for the rest of the game. I reckon that means I've got 3 more power to draw. Yeah, and this game's over unless I draw something fat, and that doesn't count as something fat. Wow, blown out by the double inspired hour. They were truly, truly inspired in that moment, I'll say that much. That's harsh. That's real harsh. But you know, it does happen. The Amaz is a phenomenal drafter, so I look forward to seeing how this goes. We can't keep this hand. Yeah, that's tolerable. We're on the play, aren't we? They had an Echo card. So it's time to get my angry on. They're not going to use a lightning strike on this. And so now after getting flooded on my power, I just need to pray that I get it, because otherwise our hand does nothing. We could try and catch out his Stormlinks with our Synchronized Strike, but we'll have a lot of trouble otherwise. Is that what we want to do right now? Is it better than developing? Well, I can't play the Valkyrie Enforce, which is what I want to play, so yeah, I think I'm fine with that. He'll probably respect the fact that I have a trick. More Echo cards. He's going to get something big soon. And I think for us, all we want to do is keeping this board clear. We need to get the clock down. He's got inevitability on us big time. We can either do that by giving our bold adventurer Predator's Instinct, killing the Acolyte, and still developing. And I think I'd rather do that. His creatures are going to get so big that Predator's Instinct's going to become redundant soon. I feel like that Predator's Instinct is going to get worse a lot faster than our Chemical Pass will get worse. It's a trade I'm happy to offer. They'll be doing the same one again on their turn. I can play my Chemical Blast in their end step because it's a fast spell. And yeah, we're just desperate for a clock right now, so... Desperate times, desperate measures, that kind of gig. We drew out of our screw, but it's the wrong colour for us to get any kind of value out of it, so we just want to be drawing some cards. geez, that's harsh. So what that was actually their monument that was originally a land. That because they got their 5th power, it's now got Echo on top. That's going to make life disgustingly difficult for us. I'm going to select the right one this time, because I know what I'm doing. And we'll sit tight as they stabilize and as things get worse for us. We can cast Valkyrie Enforcer to ground the flyer, but they'll have another one. They have static bolts, which means that they've probably got 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, I just need to keep developing. If we draw an extra power, the Ceremonial Mask will be very powerful for us. We can kill it, make it big, attack in, get some damage. But that's assuming that they do Stone Cold nothing this turn, which is never going to happen. Fortunately, we have a little bit of time up our sleeves. But yeah, missing out on that power really hurt. Speaking of really hurting, I think what we want to do is we want to get this off the table now. But if we do, they can then swing back and kill the mask, so perhaps we're better off using the Valkyrie Enforcer to freeze this, to silence the 3/4 rather. And then we can hold up the Alchemical Blast. And set it up so we can get better value out of our mask for next turn. Am I willing to trade off like that? Nah, this is more valuable to me. It does give me the opportunity to just clear their board entirely. What could they have if they're willing to attack him with a 2/1? I think we'll wait and see and use the Alchemical Blast. Yep. It could be a Lightning Storm. So the double block was a better decision there. But now I have the opportunity to try and take over this board state. Because they'll either be spending half of their power, because they haven't just drawn that 6 power just to hold my board down. They could shock that. I think that was a mistake. I perhaps should have attacked if they would have blocked. But by the same token, if they shock this to kill the weapon, I can then attack for 8. Yeah. So I think here I'll just take my value and kill the hatchling. Within my deck some. And I don't think it's worth attacking in for 1. Yeah, I made a mistake not reading the Lightning Storm until too late. I was trying to think what tricks Elysian had as to why they'd attack him with a 2-1 on my 3-3. Oh, come on. We had a chance. Now they're going to get a pair of 2-2s. I did make a huge mistake though. I should have read it. So what else can we get? We have some flyers. By now we can actually play a flyer and pump them up. We have the 3-3 that can become an 8-8, which we can pump up, and that even has endurance, which makes life harder. We have a Desert Marshal, which is okay, but not amazing. Yep, I'm happy to take that trade. I'm glad they didn't choose to stun the Lumen Defender first. That would have made life very uncomfortable. But they've done it because they've got something they want to cast that costs 4 or more. We even have the equipment that gives a creature endurance, which would have been amazing. And they're aware that they can win the clock here against what I've got. So they're representing 5, 7, 9 in the air. Yeah, they got it. Okay. Oh no, they still got the 9. I have Winter. It's a good card. And hey, look, sometimes this happens. I feel as though this deck wasn't an 0-3 deck at all. I really don't. We had a decent curve, we had some decent cards. But what, we got totally run over by a hyper-aggressive Warcry deck. We had that second game where we got blown out by the it's not called Plague, what's it called? But the -1/-1, and we still got into a position where we could have won it. And then we had a decent arm wrestle, but we got screwed for a little bit on power. That happened in the second as well, but not huge issues. But yeah, made a mistake on that double block. So if I would have let the 2 damage go in, he probably just wouldn't have cast it then and kept attacking him with 2. I could have double blocked. Yeah, so if I would have known that that was coming, I could have double blocked with my X2s, although then I would have lost my one that survived. Yeah. I don't know, I'm getting tired. Either way, the Stalwart Shield would have been amazing then. We had the Xenon Guardians that we could have drawn to. We never saw the Hammer of Might or Crown Watch Pally throughout the entire matchup, which was a bit of a shame. Dude, even the Dispel would have been useful. Oh, that's right. We got blown out by the double Finest Hour in game 2. What a beating. Well, such is the way of things. It's only fair. I've had a good run so far. Although it looks like I'm going to have to jam out a bit of Constructed to get back on the draft train for you guys. Well folks, I've been Kozzi drafting for Pick 1 Pack 1, rather unsuccessfully in this particular video, but I hope that you've learned something from it just like I have. Yeah, watch out for Warcry. It's an important lesson in life. I hope you've enjoyed the draft. As always, if you want to do the usual YouTube things that help me out, you know, the subscribe, the comment, the like, all of those apparently help their search engine optimization and in turn helps me, so I'll be quite appreciative. Until then, I'll see you around. And as always, I hope you guys have a good one.